line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking to throw on second down. Carter. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
Brandon, this is the Super Bowl. A touchdown scored in any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, the spin. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Tack McKinley in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Gun! All right, here we go.
Here's Carter operating from the gun. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Gun!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Carter from the gun, he'll throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their mobile quarterback. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So the Patriots coming out now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Providing a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll drop to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. In for the score. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Carter now throwing on 1st down. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now running right through it. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now Carter, going to throw again. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham Jr. Touchdown, New Orleans. Odell Beckham, 83 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
He'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, Carter. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a first down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw is Carter on 1st down. He'll let it go. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 32.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Von Miller in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And his throw is incomplete. The former 1st-round pick, Vernon Hargreaves, the one who was there defensively. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it was definitely an or not.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
Here's Carter, throwing again on 2nd and 10. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there, 28 yards. And the Saints are back within a score.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Lucky 56. Gone, gone.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Lucky 56. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Gun.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Look at the spin. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes...
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here we go now.
Carter operating from the gun. Forced out to his left. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. 3-19.
Carter now throwing on 3rd and long. Over the middle to Beckham. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick here is good. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Gone!
Now Carter to throw on second down. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, Carter flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. He'll try and throw for it here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll drop the throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Back to throw is Carter. Throwing to start the drive. And got his man complete. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. DJ Moore, 87 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 56 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Here's Carter off the play fake, sliding out of the pocket. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And all the way down to the 37. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 56 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Carter on 1st and 10. He'll let it go deep. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gun, gun! Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue landed.
Carter now throwing on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! No, check. Patriot! Patriot!
Now Carter throwing again. And now he'll tuck it and run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hut!
From the gun on 3rd down. Carter. He finds Beckham complete. A nice gain of 21 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Back to throw is Carter on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Escaping the pressure right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Beckham with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints are back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dancing to his left. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the ball comes loose. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Eluding the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Carter on 1st and 10. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Being chased out left. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield. He was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Carter to throw again. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
And the blitz does come. Steps away to his left. And he fends him off. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's 4th down.
Lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Gun!
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the Saints signal for another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as you understand where they are on the field?
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard!
And they'll run it here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A lot of bulk out there, as you might expect, on that D-line to try to stop the run on 2nd down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Looking to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Open man left side is Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. First things first here, they got to pick up the 1st down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
Flush to his right. And this is caught. He hits more. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. And it's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots.